My boyfriend's dad tried to catfish me and asked for nudes on a fake account and claims he was trying to catch me cheating. I'm so fed up and I feel like no one in my life is taking this seriously and it's affecting my relationship. My boyfriend and I are both 25, has my first relationship. We've been dating for almost 2 years and his dad has been a complete weirdo and an asshole from day one. At one point when we first started dating he told my boyfriend I looked like a SLT, even though my boyfriend is the only person I've ever had sex with. Anyway, it seems like my problems with him are never going away. Last month I had a bunch of Instagram DMs from a random account with not a lot of followers and pictures of some guy I didn't know. I messaged back politely the first time and then told him I had a boyfriend. The next message after that was asking for nudes and I blocked the account. Come to find out, it was my boyfriend's dad and his excuse was that he's trying to catch me cheating. It's extremely messed up, and I asked my boyfriend why he would think I would cheat. I don't do anything even slightly sketchy, and my boyfriend said the same thing, told me to ignore him and don't talk to anyone I don't know, but this is getting too much for me and I don't know what to do. Tell your BF to tell his dad to back the duck off and stay out of his relationship with you. Not just this, but that if his dad pulls some creepy disgusting shit like this again, that you will end the relationship. This is a deal breaker that will make dad do similar shit in a heartbeat. BF needs to put an end to it. This is so messed up. Sounds like the dad is turned on by you and tried to get you to send nudes. That is the most logical explanation. Either way it is pathetic. If he is trying to catch you cheating, shame on him. He shouldn't be testing you. Your boyfriend clearly doesn't have the balls to stand up to his dad. He should be calling this out, supporting you, and telling his dad to leave you alone. This is really disturbing. So don't feel bad about being creeped out by this or being unhappy with your boyfriend's reaction. Your boyfriend needs to be a man and handle this. Tell his dad to never message you again at the very least. Your dad could have asked you out if he was testing you, and even if he was testing you, it is the most pathetic thing ever and not his place. But it is even worse and so creepy to ask for nudes. Judge him by his actions. If you break up because of your boyfriend's reaction, that would be understandable. Hopefully this doesn't ruin your relationship, but be careful around the dad. Yeah. Looks like a SLT is absolutely code for my son's GF gave me a boner and I'd rather blame her for being attractive than take responsibility for my own creepy ass old man tendencies. What a sad old perv. The testing thing seems like a very flimsy excuse to me. Yep. Agreed. Op, your BF's dad's behavior is super creepy. I'd honestly be pissed by your BF's reaction. You are uncomfortable and upset by his dad's behavior. But no biggie, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's just how he is. Nope. How is your BF okay with his dad trying to get nude pics of you? His GF of 2 years. I broke up with my ex-fianc because he did not properly address and stop his father's inappropriate behavior. I ended up losing all respect for my ex-fianc. If your boyfriend doesn't stop his father's unacceptable behavior, you will eventually want to walk away from the toxic environment. You will also lose your sexual desire towards him as well, because he is not being a real man in your eyes. Good luck to you. I find it disgusting a man would try to get nude pictures from his son's girlfriend. The father was not trying to catch you cheating. He wanted the pictures for himself to use to get it off. Because your boyfriend does not find his father's action abnormal, please find another boyfriend with healthy family. Because your boyfriend does not find his father's action abnormal, please find another boyfriend with healthy family boundaries. Not everyone has a good family, but it's not their fault. Being an enabler and not addressing this shit is a deal breaker though. Even if he does address it, this might still be a deal breaker. Personally, I wouldn't feel comfortable having someone like this even tangentially involved in my life. If your BF didn't immediately confront his dad and demand he treat you with respect, staying with him guarantees more ugly run-ins with the father in the future. Not wanting a big blow up with his dad makes sense, but this episode is disgusting and calls for swift action from your BF. Doing less suggests he shares his dad's opinion of you, or maybe even conspired with dad to catch you cheating. I wonder if your boyfriend's mother, assuming she's in the picture, would like to know that her husband tried to solicit nudes from his son's girlfriend. This, and him also concerned that his dad would go through the boyfriend's phone looking for nudes. I would seriously consider ending the relationship. Leave this relationship immediately unless your BF agrees. 1. To move out immediately and make it plain to his father why. 2. That what his father is doing is inappropriate, disgusting, disrespectful to him as well as you, and abnormal. This adult has a problem, be it mental or emotional, and you don't need to be wading in that mud puddle, dear. Your BF should also see that there is something seriously wrong here and that it has nothing to do with cheating. If you are 25, you are consenting adults and should consent to separate yourselves immediately from this situation, no exceptions. You are still young, and I know you hate to hear it, but you don't have the benefit of as much experience as you feel you do yet. If your BF can't do that, tell him you'll be waiting to hear back from him in the future when he gets it sorted. What the father is doing may also be illegal in addition to immoral, creepy and sick. Close your Insta. Make it private. Same with all your other social media. Block this perv. Is he married or partnered? Talk to that person and tell them their dude is out of bounds. Refuse to be in the room with him. He's clearly not safe to be around. I was looking for this comment. This dirtbag clearly doesn't respect boundaries or her and is perving on her. It's not a big leap to worry for her physical safety with him. Be careful. Wow. This is messed up. Do not marry this boyfriend. Having this hole as a father-in-law would make your life hell. Hopefully you will do better in your next relationship. There is no coming back from this. I agree with other. This weirdo was trying to get nude photos from you. I would be looking into cyber stalking laws where you are and see if anything legally can be done to get him to stop. This isn't your responsibility to handle. It's between your boyfriend and his dad. You're the victim in this scenario and you already did everything you had to do. The ball is in boyfriend's court to handle this. Aka, cut that slime ball out of your lives. He told you to just ignore it. If that's all he's satisfied with, then you need to leave this relationship. Because your needs and safety obviously aren't a priority. Your boyfriend needs to tell his dad to cut the creepy behavior and disrespect in general, or he, the dad, won't get to see him, the son, anymore. And he needs to tell his mom what happened. What a pig. So basically his dad was basically borderline stalking you and sexually inappropriate with you, and your boyfriend is okay with this? Sweetie, throw the whole boyfriend away. What happens if you marry him and have girls? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Dad is a creepy. He can have boyfriend. JFC, what is your boyfriend doing? You've been together for 2 years. If he's not taking the proper measures to protect you from his dad, either by telling him off or cutting contact, you need to consider your options. Leave. Have a come to Jesus talk with him. Why is your boyfriend putting it on you to not be harassed by his dad? Girl, the men in your life should always be there to protect you and stand up for you. If he isn't standing up for you and not trying his best efforts to protect you from harm, verbal, physical, creepy fathers, he isn't the one for you. People who love you and care for you will never try and make you feel on the wrong when something harmful has clearly been done to you. I watch too much true crime. Her situation is making me think of the Susan Cox Powell case. I would be real careful around his dad if I were you. This is totally what I was thinking as well. Oh my god, gross. Escape both of these weirdos. He wasn't testing you. He was trying to get a naked picture. Period. Personally, I would never be involved with someone that brings this kind of drama into my life. I don't care how much I like her. It's never worth it. Something to think about. Semicolon. BTW. 25 is old enough to stand up to your dad. Get your BF to set some boundaries or you need to run. There's never going to be a good strong partnership if your BF can't protect you from his dad being a creep. If your boyfriend condones his dad's actions, please run the duck away from this relationship. His dad has immensely creepy behavior, and I'd even consider him a threat. Your boyfriend should be worried about your well-being, and it looks like he just didn't give a shit about this situation. That is clearly problematic. Just get away from this family ASAP. Too many red flags. Okay, look. I'm just going to say it. He sounds not just unhinged and inappropriate, but that's his into you. I don't want to freak you out further, but I've been there before, and it gets much worse. Tell your BF to back you up fast, or you get out of there, for your own sake. I gotta ask, how the hell did you find out it was your boyfriend's father? How did he find your Instagram account? I'm interested because I'm more inclined to believe your boyfriend did it and is blaming his father. A 45 to 55-year-old man is in touch enough with it to know, or find your account. Create an account. Slide into your DMs and just directly asks for nudes. That's a lot of work to have so little finesse. Edit, dear AARP candidates. I don't meant to hurt your feelings by making it seem like you're bad at the internet. My point was that a 55-year-old who is remotely tech savvy won't duck up catfishing so ineptly. If you're reading Reddit, you're already showing you're more tech in tune. He admitted to my boyfriend he did it because somehow even me messaging him back completely innocently to let him know that I had a boyfriend is unacceptable in his eyes. So he tried to use that as me messaging strange men. Okay, this is a really messed up family. Be careful. IDK. If it was me, I'd tell the BF he needs to get his dad away from you and make sure he never interacts with you again. Also, why is this creepy old man sexually pursuing his son's GF? Like, what the hell? Super creepy. The BF didn't flip the duck out at the dad. The dad is trying to get your nudes. Stay away, he seems overly aggressive and the type that may try to rape and or assault you. Sorry to be graphic, but I've been in similar situations and just have to give the warning. If you're BF and you don't go no contact with the dad, if this continues I don't see it ending well. I'd leave the BF. 100% never be around his dad again. Ever. What is your boyfriend doing about this? This is so nasty and unacceptable. Run. It's not going to get better. Should send him your BF dick pics. Seriously though, what he is doing is creepy AF. Your BF need to address this, and he need to side with you. Family holidays will be quite awkward now. Why is your boyfriend not doing anything? He should be taking care of this. His dad has been perving on you from day one. Block him on everything. Don't be left alone with him. Any conversation you have in person, record audio. Read A Light in Dark Places, the book about Susan Powell, who disappeared and whose body has never been found. Her Phil was a total creepass. Her husband killed the 2 kids with an axe and himself and burned down the house. Oh, this is so unacceptable and creepy. Your BF needs to stand up to his whack ass dad. I suggest you sit this BF down and tell him he needs to set boundaries with his dad with regards to you. Definitely keep your BF in the loop on everything fishy you experience, and don't be scared to communicate freely with your BF how you're feeling. It's no real secret that guys and girls have a tendency to think differently on such things, but honestly, it's also very dependent on experience. If your BF has never experienced being the target of unfair suspicion or unwanted attention, he's going to have a hard time relating, and depending on how he was raised, his ability to empathize, and other such things, well, there's no telling how best to approach it. The only thing I know for sure is, if your BF trusts you, if he's a decent man, he will hear out your concerns as you voice them, and you can work together to get past this. So if it is becoming too much to bear, and the fact that you're posting to rat tells me it is, then what you need to do is take some time to write out how you feel. Just to organize your thoughts. Not really a letter, so much as a guide to help you communicate to your BF. Even take a few days if need be to really give it some thought. Then try to schedule some alone time with your BF. Or if you guys regularly have a time of the week where you just chill together, then use that time away from anyone else and in privacy to discuss how you feel about it and how it makes you feel. The whole ignore him and just don't talk to random peeps thing is a very simple solution in your BF's mind, because he's under the impression that what's bothering you is just his father's actions and a rather trivial matter. That as long as his dad doesn't catch you doing something wrong, that somehow it's all good. What you need to do is express that it isn't merely a matter of avoiding being caught, but that at his father's very core is the fact that his opinion of you is so low, so dirty, so disgusting that you feel emotional anguish. Emotional pain at the idea that he thinks so lowly of you, and that isn't something you can just sweep under the rug and ignore. That it is something that must be addressed and taken down. Something to be settled, so that you can live in peace knowing he isn't waiting around the next proverbial corner to jump out and scream gotcha! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. No one should live in fear that someone is out there trying to expose you for shit they didn't do. Good luck to you. I hope this helps. Thank you. This is really helpful. I'm happy to hear it. Honestly, when I join a conversation late, I wonder if my advice ever helps at all, since maybe by the time I try to give it, the op might check out of the thread. Yeah, no, nothing makes me happier than to know it did. Take care. Never ever find yourself alone with your boyfriend's dad, and tell your boyfriend that you never want to be alone with him. Told me don't talk to anyone I don't know. Lol, what the duck? Does he think you're a 6-year-old? Is he seriously stranger dangering a 25-year-old woman? Dad wasn't trying to catch you cheating per se. He was going to see if he got a pic, any pic, then blackmail you into 6 to keep his mouth shut. My friend's ex-BF tried to catch her cheating and made a fake account to ask for nudes. But I think he used a gamer name or something like that she recognized, so she took a graphic photo from one of the covers of one of his pornos and cropped it down so you couldn't see body or face, then sent it. He went off his it accusing her of being a cheater, so she sent the photo of the full cover and was like, you didn't even recognize a pic from the cover of your favorite porno? Apparently he was cheating and wanted to catch her cheating to break up with her so he could walk away the good guy. There's always some dodgy background shit when people pull stunts like this. Dude, it is 100% weird that a father is this invested in his son's relationship and your boyfriend seriously needs to talk to him about boundaries. This would make me feel extremely uncomfortable and unsafe being alone with his dad. Super creepy and insane. Extremely creepy. BF should tell his dad to get the hell out of his life. His dad is a creep. I wouldn't even deal with that. If your BF won't talk to him and tell him to stop, then you should probably either cut ties with his dad and he should back you and understand, or don't be with your BF. That's crossing a lot of lines. Seriously. Your boyfriend needs to tell his dad to back off, and you need to tell your boyfriend that you can't handle his dad's behavior anymore. If something like this happens again, you're going to break up with him. And how do you all know he wasn't just trying to get your nudes? That is beyond creepy, and your boyfriend should be saying something very direct to his father about how wildly inappropriate that was. I feel disgusted for you. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Time for a new boyfriend. As long as you're with this one, you'll be putting up with a creepy old man and a boyfriend who does nothing about it. There are so many good men out there. Don't settle for this fucked up arrangement. Even if he was trying to catch you cheating, he could just ask you out. The only reason he'd ask for nudes is if he wanted them. The dad's a total creep and he'll tell the mom about this. Sounds like his dad has a weird obsession with you. This is tough, but it sounds like your fella's dad has a thing for you. Need to sit down with your guy and tell him how this is stressing the relationship and you need him to step in. It's going to cause some problems between them, so be prepared for backlash. Good luck. That's messed up. What a jerk. Who does that to their son's girlfriend? Question mark. This is somewhat reminiscent of how Susan Powell's Phil treated her. BF should be doing more than ignoring this and telling you to ignore this. Tell your BF it's over and that if he can allow his father to do that, then he can hit the road. But who told you that was his dad? How did you find out? Did he tell your BF? Did your BF know about it before or after his dad created the account? Wow, what a responsible father. Who the hell does this? He was caught and is backpedaling and making excuses. $50 says he wants to low-key duck. I don't understand guys like this at all. Creep, you don't know me, but send me naked pictures. Girl, oh okay, no problem. I'll get right on that. Fuck that. There is no way creepy dad was trying to catch you cheating. He was just trying to get pictures of you joining in with others to say please don't ever be alone with him, and get your BF to get him to stop. I don't think your BF is taking this seriously enough either by telling you to ignore him. I wonder if he would have acted any different if it hadn't been his dad messaging you. I get it must be weird for him finding out it was his dad, but he is going to have to say something. Good luck, Opus. Watch out. The dad has done this before to BF previous GFS. Ask your BF what did you do last time to get him to stop. This is so insanely creepy of him. I can't even understand how a man would think this is okay. I don't see the dad's behavior changing unless your boyfriend says something to him. If you don't think he's gonna say anything to his dad, you should just save yourself the trouble and leave him right now. Your boyfriend needs to tell his father to duck off. That would be a deal breaker for me. If my BF's dad did something like that, which he would never do, then you know damn well my BF would confront him. He can get out of town with that just ignorant stuff. Nah, dad is into you. Get the duck out of that shit. This is disgusting, and your boyfriend has no respect for you either. This post seems suspect. How did you find out after you blocked it? Not like he'd tell you. I responded in another comment. His dad literally told him he did it. That's the only account I don't know that has creepily messaged me. Your boyfriend should be reading his dad the riot act. Instead he's telling you not to respond to messages from people that you don't know. This is sweeping the problem under the rug and treating you like a child. Did he think that you need a stranger danger lecture? I think that you should sit down and read him the riot act. You should also ask him if his mother knows what her husband is up to. You should call the police on their non-emergency line and ask to speak with someone about being stalked and harassed by your boyfriend's father. P.S. I think it would be hilarious if you blocked your boyfriend on your socials and told him that he feels like a stranger to you ever since he didn't confront his creepy dad. His dad sounds like a predator. Don't stay with the boyfriend anymore. He doesn't even take your side on this. Is your boyfriend going to tell his dad to duck off? I had an ex whose dad would always kiss me on the lips. I finally told ex that I was feeling weird about this, and he proceeded to tell me that it made him feel too weird to deal with. One of many issues. Found out that when ex's dad met future Dill for the first time, he asked about me and said how much he liked me. So glad I did not marry into that family with that man creeping on me until he dies. Tell your BF to talk to his father and tell him to FCK off. It's not normal. When his father pulls some shit like this again, you should go to the police. Break up with him. There is no point. Do you really want this man in your life forever? As your father-in-law? As your child's grandparents? Get away from this perv. Sadly, your boyfriend will need to break up with his parents if he wants to live a normal life. Sounds like he's not ready to do that. Mayo, that's a new one. Dad is perverted creep. Tell you BF you are gonna be avoiding him. How did you come to find out it was his dad? And why has BF not stood up to his dad on this? He's 25 for duck's sake. Not a teen that is dependent on dad's approval, or is he? Close bracket. This sounds like the dad from the lorry hacking murder. The dad was obsessed with her and then the son murdered her. The two things were separate, but it was totally creepy. Keep an eye on the dad and how he treats women in general. How did you find out it WAA your BF's dad? Your BF needs to tell his dad to stop. If he doesn't, then you need to leave. He is not the one. Talk to your boyfriend and explain to him exactly what you've written here. Definitely catfishing. Reminds me of the poor woman in a relationship where she was pregnant and her fiancé wanted her to take DNA test to prove the child was his. Incredible deal breaker for a relationship. I'm seeing a pattern here. It's all lack of trust. I'm suspecting the BF is either clueless with the GF or jealous, enlisting the dad, and why? Question mark? Question mark? Or like a Get Out movie subplot. Sounds shallow, but it's worrisome. I would want to know what the GF's parents think and what the BF's mom thinks. It's beyond creepy. This will not ever end well. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.